Hello again and welcome to Go Photo Video and the very cold Studio 2. Today we'll be unboxing the Canon 24-105 f4L lens and taking a look at some sample images when mounted to the Canon 60D. This lens was originally part of a Canon 5D Mark II kit, as can be seen by the plain white packaging. Very little is included in the box in the way of documentation, so let's get straight to the lens itself. You can see here that the lens is packed between two pieces of styrofoam, which also contain a lens hood and a soft leather pouch. The lens hood is made of a very solid plastic material and comes as standard with all L series lenses. The pouch, part number LP1219, as opposed to the lens hood, is probably the least useful item in the box, as although it makes a good place to safely store your lens, most of us already own a perfectly adequate camera bag. The 24-105 lens comes wrapped in a simple plastic bag, unlike cameras from Canon, which are also wrapped in a soft synthetic cloth bag. The lens cap provided is the standard edge pinch plastic cap, and although this design usually hinders easy removal of the cap with the hood attached, in this case there is little problem as the hood is quite shallow. The barrel has two switches, the top focusing mode and the bottom image stabilization mode. The switches are very solid and reassuring, as one would expect on an L series lens. When mounted on a 60D, one is immediately struck by the size of the lens and its impressive 77mm front element. It is this front element that brings us to a controversial issue. Protecting the front element of your quality lens has been a topic of debate, probably since the first filter was invented. Some believe that investments such as L series lenses should be given the maximum protection available at the potential loss of some image sharpness, while others believe that protective filters undermine the excellence of a lens with its barely perceptible image degradation. If opting to use a filter, you should attempt to buy the best quality you can afford, as not all filters are manufactured to a high optical standard. In this test of the 24-105 image stabilization feature, you can see that hand holding this quite heavy lens produces significant camera shake in video mode. But when switched over to image stabilization, the lens produces outstanding, well-stabilized footage. Background blur is rendered beautifully by this lens at its widest aperture, with very little softness in the focus plane. Once again, image stabilization of this heavy lens, even in windy conditions, produces very desirable video. It is not an easy task to fault this lens. It is very sharp, has fast responsive autofocus, and has an impressive IS feature. Build quality is excellent for a plastic barreled lens, and the ultrasonic motor is very quiet. Perhaps some might dislike it for its weight or size, as both are considerable when compared to non-L lenses, but nothing that should dissuade you from considering one of the best lenses available.